Uh-oh. So let's see, get this. Sometimes my computer don't. I have no clue on what just happened, but my yeah, it just, for some reason my computer's been acting kind of weird. I kind of switched over to different internet, and ever since then it's been acting crazy. But anyway, hey guys, uh, today we are back in deep South Texas. We are in Del Rio with Del Rio Paranormal. Hey guys, please introduce yourselves to the world and tell a little bit about Del Rio Paranormal.
Okay, I'm Andy. This is my wife, Maureen, and we've been investigating about 10 years now. And we do mostly hotels. We've done a few in Texas, but a lot of them we've done out of state in different areas. Okay. And we travel a lot. We watch a lot of the shows on TV, and when we see something that's pretty close, we'll make arrangements to go, and we'll go check out the same places that the professionals do.
When he says close, Nevada, Arizona, it's not close, but when we see a show on television and we see that they have a lot of activity, we really like to go there. And we've been to multiples all over the place and done investigations on almost a lot of the ones that they see on television.
Oh wow. Now, how often do you guys get out to investigate? Since you guys like to travel so much, how often do you guys get a chance to do what you love to do?
We used to go quite often, but then when the pandemic hit, that shut us down for a while. And we've gone a few more places after that, but most of our time was all before that. And most of it was Arizona to Tombstone and Bisbee and several other places out in that area. Tonopah, Nevada to the Clown Motel, all over. There's so many places that we just really can't mention them all because we've gone to them so many times and we've always had such good luck with them. Okay. But we've been doing it for about 10 years.
Okay, cool. Hey, a quick shout out to Angel Torres. He says hello. He's TPI from Laredo, Texas.
Yes.
Tell him we said hi.
Yeah. I spoke to him for about an hour. He's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Okay. Well, wow.
The way we started with this was we were watching ghost hunters. And we sat there, and in our yard, we got 10 acres of land, and we got an area where we bury all our dead pets and everything like that. And after watching Ghost Hunters, and I sat there and I said, come on, let's go out in the yard with the camera. And we went out there to where all the animals were buried and started taking some pictures, and nothing. There was nothing. I said, oh, this is baloney. So about half an hour later, we went out, and well, the baloney sure changed. Because the whole entire area where we had little burial graves, there was all orbs all over the place.
Oh wow!
And the one big orb had a cat's face in it, and that was it. After that, we said, there's something to this, and we're going to continue on with it. So we went and we bought our equipment that we needed, and we started going and doing things. We watched the shows and we watched Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and a lot of the places they went to. We followed and we went right behind them, and we went, and we've had very good luck over the year. Very good luck.
Oh, wow. Now tell me about some of these places you guys went to, man. I'm really curious because you guys, like you say, you guys actually followed some of the TV shows.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell me the difference between what you guys captured and what the TV show captured?
Well, we only go for the most about 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
They go for like a whole week.
Right.
So they get a chance to get a lot more. We've picked up the orbs. We've picked up voices. We've picked up things moving, everything, flashlights going on and off. And, a lot of this, a couple of things we did get to debunk from Ghost Adventures. We debunked a few of their things.
But, oh, wow.
Other than that, I mean, it's all pretty much the same. We get about the same.
Well, here for one example is we've been to the Ott Hotel many times.
That's in Liberty, Texas.
In Liberty, Texas, and I know that ghost hunters, I think, had not ghost hunters.
No, they didn't.
They were going to go there, but they just turned around and left, and they didn't investigate. And we have been there several times, and the first couple of times we didn't get anything. Then we got to the point where we have these cameras, and we got 4 cameras, and we set them up in different areas of the hotel, like down the hallway, in different bedrooms and stuff like that. And we just decided we're going to let it run, and we're going to go downstairs, and we're just going to hang out and talk to the owner and see what's going on. And it ran for like 3 hours, and we went upstairs, and I turned them off, and I just couldn't sleep. So I said, I'm just going to peek through one of the recordings and see if there's anything. And right at the end, like maybe 30 minutes before it ended, there was a whole apparition thing that came out, and it was only like 5-10 seconds long. And I slowed it down and made a recording of it, and it was so interesting that it was there. I mean, it exploded, and you can just see the shape of the body of a person. Yeah. And you can actually see it in the video. And I don't know if I have posted it on my webpage, just for the fact that we were respectful to Miss Susan, the owner of the hotel, that, you know, we captured it in her hotel, and if she wanted it let out, that she would let it out. Exactly. I mean, I have showed it to individuals, but I haven't put it actually on the internet.
It was the strangest thing that you'd want to see, though, because it started out as just like a little silver blob or a little silver spark, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger. Then it took up the whole screen, and then all of a sudden it started shaping itself, and it shaped itself into like a woman. You could see the head and the body, and then all of a sudden she turned her head and looked right square into the camera. And you could see the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and then all of a sudden it just started getting smaller and smaller, and then with a big flash,
and then, at the end, it just like a big explosion.
Oh, to me, it sounded like she knew you guys were there.
Yeah, she looked into the camera, so she was either wondering what it was, or she was giving us a show.
Yeah,
that was one night. So we went back like 3 weeks later because it was going to be Halloween, and she asked us if we would come back, and that if we would, you know, she does ghost tours, and that if we would talk to her people that went through the tour. So we were upstairs with our EMF readers, our REM pods, and the things that we use when we do investigations, and we were talking, and I'm talking to these people and telling them how we do this stuff. And we're standing in the doorway of that same room where we caught that apparition, the REM pods on the bed, and it starts going off. It just starts going off. And then we started asking it questions, and it just kept beeping and going off. It was very, very interesting.
That's one of the top ranking hotels that we've been at for paranormal activity. It's, I mean, but we've seen people get scratched. There was one little boy, we were taking pictures, and off to the left side of him, we picked up a face. And then we took another picture. This time we got his face and that face in there. But I mean, it sounds weird, but his eyes, he had no eyes. His eyes were beet red raw.
It looked like somebody took their fingernail and scratched his eyeballs out, and it just looked like raw skin. I have the pictures of that, but then again, I didn't post them because I don't have permission from the little kid or his family. And we understood that after that night that the parents took that little boy to the hospital because he was sick. But I do have the pictures of it, and right next to him in the picture, I mean, just right in between him and the other person, you could see this like gray looking blob looking thing with one giant big red eye.
Oh wow.
It was the weirdest thing I'd ever
Okay,
seen.
okay, we got a couple. Are you guys able to see the comments that are coming in?
No,
No.
no.
Okay, Steve Glasgow from Lawton Area Paranormal says hello, and he also asks, where did this take place at?
That was at the Ott Hotel in Liberty, Texas.
Okay, Steve, did you get that? In case you want to go down there. Heather Dawn also says hello.
Hello.
All right. Now, how often do you guys get a chance to investigate your own community?
We haven't. We've had a couple of people call us and
Mm-hmm.
ask us to go and do stuff, but they want us to go places that they know is haunted, not someplace that you could just walk in and do it. We've done the cemetery here. We've gotten some neat responses. We were in the
Mm-hmm.
cemetery in Loma de la Cruz on top of the hill, and way back in the day, they have all these tombstones, and they look like logs. And I guess they were loggers back in the day, and they came from all over the place. They had some weird names on there. And when we got home, I was listening to the recordings, and I turned to my husband. I asked him. I says, "Did you ask anybody if they were from New York?" Because
Oh wow.
it says y'all from New York. I mean, you could hear it just as plain as day.
It's
Y'all
clear,
from
as clear as a
York?
bell. It's clear as a bell. And
Yeah.
the thing is, I'm from back east, from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever it was picked up on the accent, and they knew. And I mean, and they came out so perfectly clear. Y'all from New York?
Oh wow. How did you end up in Del Rio if you're from Jersey?
I'm a
Well,
military brat, and
Ah.
he moved here for the heat and get away from the winters.
Well, hey man, you went a little too south.
yeah.
That heat.
That's
Yeah.
too far south.
Now I want to move a little bit north to get out of the heat.
Well, you might want to move back to Jersey because during the summertime, the whole state is hot.
Yeah.
No, but we did the Oliver House in Bisbee, Arizona, and that's another one that they had over 26 murders in it.
Oh wow.
And they said that there was people that heard different noises at night, like recordings or chains rattling and water running where there's no pipes. And we did the place, and we were getting ready to leave. We put the recorder out to record during the night. And the next morning when we got up, I was lucky enough, I listened to it, and I caught it. I caught the chains rattling, the footsteps coming down the hallway. I heard bang, bang. I heard like about 10 shots go off, and water running. I mean, and when we listened to the woman listened to it. She says, "Oh my God." She says, "I'd never heard that before." She says, "I heard people talk about it." She says, "But you're the first ones that I know of that actually caught it."
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Now let's get a little back to Del Rio.
Okay.
Place has amazing history.
Mhm.
And and you guys were saying you guys have yet to explore Del Rio.
Yeah.
There's really not that much to get into it. I mean, there's a few very haunted houses that they say, but people are living in the houses, and they really don't want to be bothered. So you don't know if they're still haunted, or was it just hearsay to begin with?
Just hearsay to be due. Okay.
We did do one place in the Del Rio area, but we cannot say where it was. But it was, let's just say we were kind of underground, and had our cameras up and going, and all of a sudden we started hearing voices. And we tried to communicate with them, but we couldn't get nothing back. Then all of a sudden we heard a loud scream. Now, over the years, there's been a lot of people that had died while it was being built and while they were there.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're sitting down there, and we decide we're going to get ready to leave and get in the elevator and go to another floor. So we turned around just jokingly and said, "Okay, we're going to be leaving. If you want to come with us, you can come with us." All of a sudden, our entire camera lens filled with smoke.
You can just see the smoke,
From across.
like just hazy smoke just going down, and it just a bunch of it just kept flowing and flowing. And I got it all on video.
Orbs were falling all over the place.
It
And
was
we were walking back, and it kept coming towards us and towards us and towards us.
it was so exciting to see that. And
But we can't say the name of that place. I mean, if people put it together, they might be able to. But I mean, we can't give the name of
the
that.
one gentleman that was with us, he says, "Oh, I don't want to go down there no more."
All right. Nicole Wacho likes to say, hey.
Oh, that's our daughter.
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
Nicole.
Hi, daughter. How you doing? Now, how often do you get a chance to take your kids investigating with you?
We
She's
did.
been with us.
She went out to the cemetery with us, and she had an encounter with the little EMF reader and the REM pod. She had some interaction with one on top of a tombstone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now, since you guys are, well, let me get rid of this right quick. Andy, you are from New Jersey, correct?
Yes.
Have you had a chance to get back up there and investigate?
No, but one of the reasons I left New Jersey years ago was because of a house that I had lived in.
Okay.
It was 100 plus years old Victorian. And at the time, it's the only place that really scared the living heck out of me. A full-grown man would lay in bed at night with the covers up over his head. I was so scared. It started, I was in the shower one day, and I had my head under the washing hat, and I hear my little girl, Nicole, I hear her go running down the hallway, and I hear my wife at that time run behind her. So I go downstairs, and I says, baby was upstairs. What was she doing up there? She wasn't upstairs. She says, she was here with me the whole time. I said, no. I said, somebody ran down the hallway. She said, I don't know who it was. So my sister-in-law, she lived right behind us. So we went over to her house one night, and I remember we turned out all the lights. I got over to her house. I looked over, and there my kitchen lights were on. So I turned around. I said, I turned them off. So we went and walked back over to turn them off. As we walked into the house, we heard a baby cry.
Oh, wow.
And we both just looked at one another, and we said, okay, something's going on here. Then it got to the point to where at night, the upstairs where our bedroom was, one door you came in this way and you could go out this way, and right across was the doorway to the attic. Well, it got to the point to where every night that attic door would open. And I turned around and I'd go up, make sure I closed it, and then I would close my bedroom door. And all of a sudden, I'd wake up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, my door is wide open, the attic door is wide open. It got to the point that I was so scared that I was sleeping with the covers up over my head because I was afraid to. And we found out later that there was a nanny that used to stay upstairs in the far bedroom, and she was taking care of the people's little baby girl. And it wasn't uncommon that she was having to chase the kid around and everything.
Oh, cool.
And then we had people come in, and the downstairs used to have a old-time bar in it. And the one woman that came in, she turned around and she said there's been a lot of murders and a lot of stabbings and stuff like that took place in this house years ago, back in the 20s. So I turned around and I said, that's enough for me. I'm out of here. I put that place up for sale and I left. But
oh, wow. Now,
that was the first couple encounters I had. Now,
have you reached out to the owners to see if they have anything going on?
Yeah, we did. We got in touch with them after this started. And I asked him if he ever had anything go on in the house. And he just looked at me and he says, why? What do you mean? And I looked at, I just, anything weird, no, he says, no, we never had nothing. And I says, okay.
Oh, hey, I mean, some people do, some people don't. You never know.
Well, they probably just didn't want to admit it because, back then at that time, if you started talking about ghosts and paranormal and everything, people looked at you like you were crazy.
Oh, well, hell, they think we're crazy now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, they really think, hey, they really think I'm nuts.
Well, we met some people when we were in Bisbee. They were from Phoenix. They were professionals, and I was talking to the guy, and like he said to me, he says, the things that we see and that we do, people sit there and, oh, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about, this and that and everything. He says, but he says, we see it. We know it. He says, but do we really understand it? And do we know what it is? He says, no, we don't. He says, it's still all a science.
Right.
He says, but he says, until somebody can explain and give actual detail on what we're looking at and what we're seeing, then as far as it's concerned, it's paranormal because you can't explain it any other way.
Okay. Hey, that's that. Hey, can't get no better than that one.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I mean, because I love my history, especially Texas history. It's so diverse, man. There is so much that's going on. Are you guys able? I mean, because I know you guys don't like investigating your community, but I keep coming back to your community. I mean, are there any old abandoned missions down there that you guys would get a chance to investigate?
No, not in our area. The oldest thing we have here is a big hotel downtown. And we managed to get in touch with some of the people from the city, and they gave us permission to go into it. But we had to get the maintenance man to let us in. And when he was supposed to come and let us in, he never showed up a couple times. So we just said, oh, the heck with it.
We've been down there one time, but we didn't have any equipment. We happened to catch him at one time and didn't have any equipment. But I mean, he told us there's tunnels and things that go to people's houses and stuff, underground tunnels. So I don't know how true it is. You know, I sure would have liked to go back and do it. But other than that, we have the Brinkley Mansion that's here. They say that's haunted. I mean, he was a doctor that did experiments, they said, on goat heads and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is very interesting. I mean, I've never heard of that one, but I'm going to have to do my little research.
Yeah, his name, Dr. Brinkley. Look it up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Have you guys been up to Austin, San Antonio area to investigate anything?
We haven't done the Manger or anything yet. We wanted to go. We're fixing to go next week. I think next week or the week after. We're going up to Turkey, Texas. Turkey, Texas. There's not much population, but there's a haunted hotel there, and we're gonna go do that and see how that works out.
Where is this? Where is Turkey, Texas located?
It's right on by Dallas area.
By the Dallas area. That's weird. I've never even heard of Turkey.
Yeah,
I mean,
me neither. He just started looking up haunted hotels, and Turkey, Texas came up. So he said, "Let's go," and I said, "Okay, we're going."
Wow, that is. I mean, because there are so many small towns. I mean, that have, you know, rich history. Some of it's dark because you know, a lot of stuff that happened before the town, you know, the little town actually was founded. You know, you got cowboys coming in and out doing all kind of weird things.
Yeah.
You know, because I've never heard of Nowhere, Texas.
Yeah, there is a Nowhere, Texas.
It's in the middle of nowhere. And I mean, I'm like, damn, Nowhere, Texas. So I'm gonna have to go. From what I hear, it's somewhere in East Texas on the Louisiana border, if I'm right. And it's a great place to go investigate. You know, they got. I mean, the town actually has a post office and a gas station, but there's like 20 little cabins that people can come and rent out and hang out. I mean, it's like a small little tourist town, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that place out. Any place that's nowhere.
Yeah, there's something.
There's something nowhere.
Yeah, there's something going on.
We did have one young girl here in town a few years back that was having problems, and she asked us to please come in, and we went in and we used a lot of RIM pods and EMF meters and everything, and we usually communicate through those two devices most of the time. And we found out that there was a lot of stuff that her and her boyfriend were into, like black magic and everything like that. And there was a lot of orbs and everything. And we were talking to whatever it was, and we said to him, you know, are you here to hurt this girl in any way? And it answered yes.
Oh.
And we talked to her afterwards, and we told her, you know, you got to stop this black magic and all this. Well, that's my boyfriend. It doesn't matter who it is. You've got to stop it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we take a lot of pictures.
And they moved, and she finally moved. But
yeah, we take a lot of pictures and everything that we do. And while he was asking her these questions, I was taking pictures, and there was an orb right here, by her head. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, and then there was another orb, and I don't know if you've ever heard of the thing that when they take some of these orbs and then they zoom them in, and maybe you can see faces or anything in there. Well, we zoomed that one in because I even noticed it from how little it was. I says, what's in there? And I opened it up, and it was like the devil's face with the horns and everything on it.
Oh, wow.
That was, yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we couple.
That is crazy. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever came across anything demonic?
No, I don't think so. I haven't come across anything that scared us or hurt us. The only thing that I can say is that when we were again at the Odd Hotel, Miss Susan had told us that one day she was out in the shed, and she was getting some tools because she was gardening, and she felt something stab her in her leg.
Oh.
And it was the same day that stabbed her, and she was bleeding, but she didn't feel like she had touched anything. Well, we had shown up about 2:30 in the afternoon, and we were going to lay down and take a nap before we were investigating. And the room where we stay at, the bed is up against the wall. So there's nothing that could have hit or touched or anything. He was sleeping here. I was sleeping on the outside, and he woke up, and I turned over and I looked at him, and he's bleeding on his arm. He never felt anything, but was like a puncture hole right on his arm, and he was bleeding. I mean, he didn't feel anything, but other than that, I don't think so. Have you? You haven't experienced anything demonic?
No, not demonic, but I've run into a few mean spirits.
Yeah, they can't get mean, can they?
Oh, I've had them tell me get out, not in those exact words.
Really nasty word.
Okay.
But, no,
okay, got a question from Angel Torres from Torres Paranormal Investigations. He wants to know, how can he catch an orb with the face in it?
Well, what he does is when he takes the pictures and everything like that, all he has to do is zoom them in. A lot of them don't show anything. I have one that I can send him a picture. If he wants to contact me, he's got my number. I can shoot him a picture of that, and he can zoom it in, and he can look at it, and then he'll see what I'm talking about.
Well, we usually take every orb that we get a picture of that's a good orb. We'll take it, we'll zoom that in as close as we can, and sometimes you'll find something, other times you won't. You'll see
stare at it long enough, you might think you're going to see something, but no, this one, it just comes right at you. It's prevalent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, the thing about orbs, I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that say, oh, orbs are nothing more than dust, but they don't even pay attention to it. Now, that's up to them. They can believe what they want, but there's a big difference between dust and an orb. I mean, there is a big difference. When you see it, you'll know it. I mean, the orbs go up, down, sideways, all around, come in and out of the walls, and dust just exists there. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me do a quick shout outs right quick. Torres Paranormal Investigation. Hi, wifey. She made it known this is the wife. Torres. Hey, man. What's going on, brother? How you doing today? Hey, your wife is funny. She made it known this is the wife.
I didn't get to talk to her.
Hey, guys, one thing about me, if you guys ever want to get a hold of any of these guys that are out, that are making comments, I wish you guys are able to see the comments that are coming in. Yeah, if you guys, just reach out to these guys and you guys want to make it like a little connection with Torres, or Torres, you want to make a connection with Del Rio Paranormal. Hey, I'm pretty sure, man, that would not be a problem at all.
Yeah, well, he contacted us because through you. I guess he had seen our name on there, and I guess you thought because it says Rio Grande Paranormal, that we were going to be closer to McAllen than he was. I said, we're a little farther than you are. And that's how we got to talk. And he told me some of his experiences and the TV places where they went to. And that was very interesting. Very.
Yeah.
We want to try to show you something right now. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. But
okay.
Baby, see if you can pick it up.
Oh, let me see if I can show this to you here.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It went away. Let me see. Let me drop this box down.
That was taken.
Here we go. So this picture here was a picture. If you could see the shadow and stuff like that.
Right.
I have a picture of it where he took right before that, and there was nothing there. This is supposed to be the cowboy room at Miss Molly's hotel, and that's the apparition that we perceived that we got.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They say that there's an old cowboy that walks around the hotel, and he's been seen a few times. But that one, I just happened to walk past the door. I took 2 pictures, and that was one of them. And then the next picture was nothing.
Wow. Now, what kind of camera are you guys using? Are you guys using your phone?
No, I have just a little bitty blue Canon camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then believe it or not, the cameras that we use to set around, it's nothing more than a little baby monitor cameras.
Okay.
And we pipe it right back to our computer. Now, we'll come into a hotel, we'll set them up and everything, and then we'll turn around, we'll go out and have dinner or whatever, come back, stay up until about 12, 1 o'clock, and we go to bed, and we let them cameras run all the time. And that's how we pick everything up. We come back and we just look at all the taping that the cameras did, and bang, that's how we catch it all.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. Hey, guys, any of you guys out there in the world that are watching this podcast, if you guys have a question for Maureen and Andy, feel free to pop in. I left the link for you guys to pop in. Only thing I ask is keep all the questions to 3 minutes. Hey, I saw that.
Watch. Look at this. Okay. You see that?
Wow.
What do you see in that picture?
I see. Wait a minute. I'm seeing what?
You see that face in the
Yeah. I was gonna say
that orb that we took.
Damn, that orb is like it's the size of a softball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was big.
That was big. That was huge.
That was under a house, in a crawl space under a house.
Yeah.
Okay. Who went under the house?
Nobody, but it was one of them houses like a computer.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a big freaking orb. Okay. Hey, who is your friend to the right of you? Oh. Yep, I lost you. I lost you. Your audio. Yeah, if you want to click back on, there you go.
There we go. See, this is my guy. He's my cheerleader for my Cowboys.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to cut you.
Now you know I'm crazy now, don't you?
I'm gonna have to cut you short. Are you telling me you're a Cowboy fan?
Oh, I am. He's a Packer fan.
I have so much hope for. Hey, you know what? Hey, I respect that bad man from Green Bay. I just hope that he gets some weapons over there. But Maureen, you and these cowboys.
Hey, don't be hating.
Oh my God.
Don't be a hater.
That's all right. It's over tomorrow.
Exactly. It's
No,
over
that'll
with.
start a war. That's gonna start a war.
It's over to hey, Angel. If I
Let
knew
me.
you,
I'm gonna show you this other picture real quick. If you got
okay.
a moment, we're not. Let's see. Let me find it.
Yeah, but we've had a lot of in Nevada. We've done a lot in Nevada. We did Virginia City, all those hotels, the Washoe Club, all that.
Okay. See this picture right here?
Okay.
This is in Jefferson, Texas. Okay, it was raining. You can see all this light stuff. I
Right.
perceive these to be orbs here. This is Andy. He went to go walk up to the window to look inside of there.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Let me zoom it in. Let me zoom this picture in, and you tell me what you see out of this picture. Tell me what you think that is.
Oh, you talk hey, it look like somebody's looking down at Andy.
Yeah,
I didn't
To
see
me, that looked
nobody.
like a face.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Let me go back out and make it just a little bit smaller.
I didn't see a thing while I was looking in there.
There you go. And you see it here. And it looks like some kind of, I don't know what it looks like.
Right?
It's pretty cool.
Interesting.
So many pictures that we have backing up everything that we've done.
Uh-huh.
There's
If you go into our Facebook site on Del Rio Ghost Hunters, everything, we've got everything that we've ever done right there.
Well, there's only a few pictures in there that we've gotten. Like this one right here. See that picture?
Okay.
See, all of these things I perceive well, and we were at the Tombstone Cemetery, and we had been there probably a good hour, 2 hours, and I was taking pictures, and I turned my camera around and I put it over my shoulder, and that's why you see all that white on one side. And I said, if there's anybody here that wants to talk to us, then I can catch you in this camera. And I clicked the picture, and that's what I got. All the rest of the pictures were clear, and nothing was there.
Wow, that is amazing. All right. Torres Paranormal Investigations. That's what I want to do one day is travel and do an investigation. Okay. Pam Harris says hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Another yellow shirt. Who has a Yellowstone t-shirt?
Me.
Ah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. All right. Okay, Pam. Hey, Pam, if you got any questions for this team, feel free to come on and ask them. I've sent the link for this podcast on Facebook. All you got to do is click the link and pop right on in and ask your question. All right. So, you know what? It seems like you guys got validation on everything that you guys talk about. I mean, from every little detail, and that is so rare because a lot of teams don't do that.
See that one I was telling you the story in the very beginning?
Right?
That's a still picture of part of it that I took. Here's a picture. There's a part of it, I guess, when she was coming down. Let me see here. Oh, and see that?
Exactly.
You see that right there?
Uh-huh.
We had cleaned up that mirror right before we started. And this is at the Ott Hotel. And it looks like a face to me.
Yeah, it does.
There was nothing there in that picture because we even cleaned that mirror before we even started.
Uh-huh.
You can see, and it just seemed to change and morph into something different every time that we took a picture of it.
Mm, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Now, it seems like you guys are working with the most basic equipment, but yet you guys are getting some great evidence out
Yep,
there.
Yeah.
yep, yep, yep. The only equipment that we use is the little handheld camera, a RIM pod, a big RIM pod and a small one, EMF meter, motion detector, and flashlights. That's it. I mean, and that's what we get everything off of.
Wow.
Yeah. We
But every place we've gone to, a lot of them were on TV, like in Tombstone,
Uh-huh.
the bird cage, the Oliver House, Cimarron, New Mexico, the Gold Hill, the Clown Motel in Tonopah, all them places we've done, and we've had good luck in every one of them.
Well, I would love to have you guys. The OP Powerhouse is doing an event in Mineola, Texas. Man, I would love to have you guys come up there and join me on that amazing house investigation. The actual event is March 28th,
okay.
and the first event is I think March 18th, and the next one is March 28th. Let me double check just to make sure.
And which house is that? Do you know the name of the house?
It's called the OP Powerhouse in Mineola, Texas.
I never heard of it.
Oh, dude, we did an event. I actually did a podcast at the gazebo. Now, the gazebo is known to have it's a mass burial ground, and they stuck me out there. I didn't mind because I didn't mind because it was very interesting place. The house is interesting within itself. It's 3 levels, and plus it has a house in the back, and
Oh, nice.
all of it is haunted. The actual owner actually lives there. So I mean, if you guys want to look that house up and tell me what you think,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
we'll look it up.
it's I guarantee you, you would not be disappointed on that drive. I mean, it's a 4 hour drive for me because yeah, about a 4 hour drive because I'm right here in Central Texas and they're up
Okay.
yeah, and they're up there by Tyler.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, that would be quite a bit of drive. You guys might have to fly up there.
No, I got to drive.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you want. Hey,
Okay.
you guys might want to use those miles.
No, you can't get nowhere in an airplane right now. Everything that's been going on, it's terrible. Better
Yeah,
off
it
to
is.
drive. I can't find
Yeah.
any of the.
I think the most scariest, not scariest, but the most weirdest place that we ever did was the Tombstone Bordello.
Tombstone Bordello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was 100-year-old bordello, and we were the only ones in there because the lady that run it, she just said, "Go ahead, it's yours. You know, you can do what you want with it." And we had flashlights on the stairs, we had RIM pods on the stairs, we had everything, and we're sitting there talking, and all of a sudden the flashlights start going off. So
Oh, really? Wow.
we start asking some questions, and then all of a sudden, just as fast as it started, it stopped. So then we went upstairs to a bedroom up there. We ran a RIM pod across the bed, and the EMF meter across the bed, and they were just going off nonstop. We said, "What the heck?" We thought something was wrong with the equipment, with the batteries or something.
Oh, wow.
We went back in about a half hour later, and there was nothing. Totally clear. And
Clear.
we walked out of the door, and I'm standing on top of the stairwell there. And all of a sudden, I start to get this cold chill. And it goes from the back of my neck all the way down to my feet. My whole body was just going numb. It was tingling. And I says, what the hell? And I said to Maureen, I says, it's here. I says, whatever it is here. It's right here now. So I turned around, I stepped off to the left, and it was gone. And it was gone. I stepped back again, and there it was again. So I says, enough of this. So I turned around to go walk into our room, and all of a sudden she hollers for me. And I mean, everything that we had on the stairs, all the RIM pods, every electric or every device there was just going off and screaming at its top level.
Oh, wow. That is
whatever it was went down the steps when I walked away. And we says, you know, there was definitely something there. The only thing we regret is that we didn't take a picture of me standing there at the time to see what was next to me.
That was when we were still green kind of ears. We were too dumb to figure out to take pictures, and the excitement just overcame us that we were just in the moment, you know.
Right.
We didn't think about trying to back up anything.
Well, the next best one was a couple nights later. I'm standing up the top of the stairs again at the bordello around the corner, leaning against the wall, and we're the only ones in this place. And all of a sudden I hear the door open. And I says, Maureen, somebody's coming in. And she's laying in on the bed. She's listening to her recording, so she don't hear nothing.
Right.
Somebody's coming in, and I can hear him walking across the floor. But the problem is the floor is carpeted, but I could hear him walking across a wooden floor.
Oh, wow.
Then all of a sudden it starts coming up the steps, and I'm not kidding you. One step at a time, I can hear push, 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 coming all. Now I'm starting to get scared because I'm thinking, who is this? Is this some? I mean, I'm not even thinking paranormal. I'm thinking, who came in off the street and is
right?
You know, are they looking for a room or what are they doing? Now, this thing keeps coming all the way up to the top of the steps, and finally it gets to the top platform. I step out around the side and I go, "Can I help you?" And there wasn't a soul there.
Oh, wow.
Nothing. And I attribute it to the swishing noise. It sounded to me like, remember back years ago, the old cowgirls, they used to wear them big dresses. It sounded like a swish, swish coming up the stairs, walking up the stairs. Or it could have been a cowboy in a set of chaps coming up the stairs.
Wow.
But that shook me a little bit because I wasn't sure what the heck that was.
All right. Now, all the years that you guys have been investigating, have you guys ever had any attachments to you?
Yes, I did.
How'd you get rid of it?
Well, again,
we went back to the odd hotel.
It was the odd hotel that did it.
And we told him that he had just been acting real weird, you know, and always like on edge, you know, just very angry all the time. And we went back to the aunt, and Susan's husband, Kelly, well, he's a pastor. He's a pastor. Yeah. And he said, you have an attachment to you. And he prayed over him. And I'll tell you what, I mean, he's not an emotional person. And he was just weeping and sobbing because it was, I don't know if it was coming out of him or what, but it was so weird. And he changed after that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was always very careful at the hotel after that because that's one hotel that, yeah, I would say if you go into it, make sure you say a St. Michael's prayer or something before you go in there because there's a lot of bad stuff in there. And if you talk to the lady that owns the place, she'll agree with us that there's a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah, there, you know, she does a tour and stuff like that, and and at the end of the tour, she lets people come in and they get to watch all the pictures and stuff that either she's caught or somebody's caught and given to her. So like she has the video there of the apparition that we caught and a lot of pictures that we caught. And there was one little girl, she was like 13 years old, and she was sitting on the steps down at the bottom after the tour, and she was saying, oh, this is a bunch of BS, and this, and it's fake and everything. And in the picture, you could see the words F-U-C right here on her face. F-U right here.
Wow.
It was scratched in the side of her face because she felt something burning her.
Okay, Pam, if you want to come on and ask Maureen and Andy a question, I've just posted up the link, the StreamYard link again. Please hit that link and you'll be able to pop right in. Now, guys.
Yes.
Do you guys look for places where there haven't been so many boots in the place, or do you guys, go out, or you guys just don't care?
No, just wherever we can find a place to go that won't even let you do anything, because most of the people don't want to even let you do anything. Well, you can stay in your own room, but we would like to put it out on the hallway or stuff like that. When we were at in Cimarron, New Mexico, at the St. James Hotel, they let us put cameras anywhere we wanted except for room 19. They wouldn't let you do anything in room 19. We could go down the halls, we could do anything we wanted. We could do the card room, different rooms, but they wouldn't let us do that room. And I did get I had the cameras running down both hallways, and you can see it in both of them. You can see an orb that came through there and went down the hallway like that. It just
What's the deal with room 119?
No, room 19 is where they have all the activity that goes on there. They even have a padlock on the door.
They say that years ago, the man that was staying in that room was gambling with the owner and some other big shots from Cimarron, and he won the hotel.
Oh,
he
wow.
won the hotel in a poker game that night. And as he was walking down the hall, he got to his doorway, and somebody shot him in the back and killed him. And he staggered into that room and died. Wow. And they say that that's where his spirit still is. Now, for an amount of money, they'll let you go in that room. But we wound up talking to the security guard, and he said, "Well, he says, I'll let you in there." He says, for 10 minutes. And we went in there. We were asking questions and this and that. And I mean, it was a tiny room, very tiny. And I had my hand on the edge of the bed, and the whole bed just started vibrating and move away from the wall.
Oh,
but that was the only thing that we picked up in there. We didn't pick up anything else.
Wow, that is great. You know what? I've never experienced anything vibrating before until I went to the OP Powerhouse, and man, it had to be let me see if I can count the chairs. 3, 6, and 8 chair table. If I'm right, I might be wrong. Was completely vibrating. And I've never felt that or seen that before, and it shook me up. I'm like, oh Lord, let me get the hell out of here, man. And luckily, someone grabbed my hand so I wouldn't leave, so I can experience the moment.
Coming out of the mirror.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
And dude, dude, if that don't shake you up, I don't know what the hell will.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, I mean, like people ask, well, have you ever been really scared, or have you, and I can't really say I've been scared as much as excited, because it happens so quick that your adrenaline rushes. And I mean, it's like, oh my God, look what we just got, This is fantastic. Yeah.
And what's so crazy about it? People try to, try to separate the two. But me, those two, scared and excited, I can actually put those together, because it's a very overwhelming feeling that, I mean, it can go either way, but I am more excited of what I'm actually seeing and what I'm actually capturing at that moment. And I'm like, oh wow, no, Jay, man, so when I'm live on, social media, doing an investigation, people are like, man, are you scared? I'm like, no, I'm excited. I might be shaking, but I'm excited because did y'all just see that? And dude, it's crazy. But I mean, that feeling, I would not trade that feeling for nothing.
I know that. I think that's what a lot of the ghost hunting is about. Is once the first time you experience something, you're hooked.
Yeah.
You want to go back and you want to see more and more and more. And, you're not really trying to evaluate what it was or anything like that. But when you see it now, all of a sudden, it's, wow, okay, cool. Why did that happen? Where did it come from? Then you try to evaluate, but you don't try to figure it out before you even get started on it. And you sure as hell don't run from it when you see it. You go through all that to be a ghost hunter, and then something happens, and you're going to turn around and run down the hallway.
Hey, man, I've seen people get hurt running away than actually running towards it. Because when you're running away, man, it's no telling what obstacle that you bypass to get where you're going, and you just forget that obstacle is there when you run past it. So you might trip and fall on something, and all that. All right. Torres Paranormal. I mean, I wish you guys can see these questions.
I know, I can't see anything.
Let's see if I can pop this up. Oh. Okay, that's how my granddaughter gets when she goes with us. She loves doing it, and she's only 11 years old. Wow, okay, cool. Hey, the thrill of the hunt, man, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So people ask me, why do I investigate the paranormal? People always tell me, be careful what you wish for, especially family members, but you know what? If it's a calling for you, it's a calling for you. And that's something that, that you were just meant to do.
Yeah. I mean, it is. But once you get that first little taste of it, and something happens after that, you want to see more, because now you're really, now you yourself have seen it. Now you're going to believe it, and you want to see more. What's going on? Why is this doing this? And everything. And
right now, have you guys ever, considering adding other members to the team?
We have, but then on the other hand, it's hard to, when you got to travel from one place to the next. I mean, it's hard to sit there and have these people come in and, tell them, hey, it costs a lot of money to do this because we haven't got sponsors or anything like this. Are you going to be willing to pay your own way? Are you going to be, willing to chip in for gas? Are you going to be, and stuff like that. I mean, if people are willing to do that, then that's something that, you'd consider. But for just us to be able to take on the responsibility of the whole travel and the expense of everything, just because we're the founders of the, organization, no, we could never do that. I mean, and we've had people around here that have asked about joining up, and we kind of just, nah, we're just better off leaving it the way we are.
We're pretty private, I'm the type of person that if you're going to go and investigate something, we try to stay in the same area.
Yeah.
So I know that if he's moved, I'll say, Andy moved on my thing. So I know that there's nobody manipulating any kind of noise that you can hear in the background from the voice recordings or when we're recording or anything. Because there's times that you move and you hear this creak over here. And if somebody's going over, it's manipulated. There's places we go that I won't even use a voice recorder because somebody's in there. And I said, you can't tell if that's a really a voice from beyond or if it's just somebody down the hall.
Right.
So when we get to go to these places and there's nobody else there, it's so nice because now I know that there's no interference. There's no cameraman over here or nobody else over here that could be making a noise that I cannot know if it's true or not.
Right. Now, what do family members think about you guys?
My son thinks we're crazy.
Yeah.
My daughter Nicole, I don't know what she thought in the very beginning when we started it, but after she went to the cemetery with us up there that night and she had her first experience, she believes that there's something there now too.
Okay. All right.
And Maureen's daughter and stuff like that, I don't know. I think she thinks we're wacky too.
No, she likes it. She's interested in it. We're at the Birdcage Theater in this picture. You see this picture here?
Okay.
See that picture right over here in the back?
Okay.
This is the one picture, and then here's another picture. And look, it has that orb covering her face.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
don't see me. I moved over a little bit, but there's that same table. There's that same picture. Has a giant orb in it.
And that was one of
Yeah,
the girls there.
And
that's
that was,
crazy.
yeah, and that's right underneath there's, and the reason I was taking the picture in that area is because remember when ghost hunters went over there and they said that the
bell,
the string around the bell and it fell. Okay, that's right there in that area.
Oh
And so,
wow.
so then I made it bigger and brought it in, and you could see it just covered her whole face.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Wow. Hey man, you guys gotta post these things, man. I mean, people want to know what you guys see.
That's who we need to hire. We need to hire a computer savvy person because there's no computer savvy sitting here.
We've got a lot of it. A lot of it is on the Facebook, the Del Rio Ghost Hunters.
Well, you know, I always found out the most tech savvy person in the family is usually your son or daughter.
Yeah. And when she comes down, when Nicole comes, hey, I need you to post this for me. I need you to do this.
Yeah.
She like that, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
Man, I did not know how to screen share until my son showed me. I was like, whoa, dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, our children are the computer experts.
And all he did was hit the button and just moved his thumb. I was like, oh wow, I couldn't figure that out. Noreen, what do your parents think about you being a paranormal investigator?
Well, my mother's eccentric anyway. So she dabbles in tarot cards and tarot readings.
Okay.
So she's so interested, she would like to go with us too at any time. She's all for it.
Now, when you say eccentric,
yeah.
Yeah. Or is she into other things besides tarot cards?
No, she's an avid reader and stuff like that, and because
the reason why I'm saying is once people start reading tarot cards, sometimes they always seem to adventure, into Wiccan.
Yeah, she's not about that.
She's not okay.
Here's another picture. This was in the Rock Springs Hotel.
Well, that is like a big bug.
It's like a lightning rod, and that's the whole picture. It just shot like that and went away.
Wow!
I took a still shot of that because that was on the video. It just went. The whole thing just went and then back up.
Well, did that did it mess up your camera or anything?
Nope.
That's kind of weird. I mean, that it takes a lot of energy or whatever that is to produce something like that.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of different ones. I mean, it's not just there. I mean, I don't know how lucky we've gotten to get some of the things that we've gotten. I'm trying to find the one in here, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not a computer person, but I've got in the hotel again. We set up the camera in the rooms at night, and all night long, I had it set up right towards that mirror because they always say that something comes out of that mirror, and you can see it, and it looks like a cat, and you can see it looks like a little wormhole, and it morphs into like a cat that's just leaping out of the mirror. And I'm trying to find this picture so I could show it to you. I got it on my phone, but I don't know how to do that. So
and all people keep saying to us every time we show them that one, they turn around and they say, "You slept in that room?"
Wow.
It kind of makes you wonder what else was moving around in the room while we were sleeping.
Now, have you guys ever encountered anything like that before while you guys were sleeping and your camera? I mean, because I'm pretty sure when you guys are staying in a hotel, you guys are investigating a hotel, you guys are staying there, you have your DVR going. Have you guys ever caught anything while you were sleeping?
Yeah, that's the one that we caught while we were sleeping. We were in the room when it happened.
Oh, wow.
But we didn't know it was going off until we reviewed the cameras when we got home.
Most of the stuff that we catch, believe it or not, is from midnight from 7:30 in the evening till about 11, and then we'll go to bed at midnight and we'll let the cameras run all night, and then we look at it in the morning, and a lot of times we'll pick up stuff. But you know how they say from 3 a.m. to 5 is the ghosting hours. We've never had no luck at that time.
Well, you know, and you guys are proof, a living proof right now, because what you guys just said, because you know, Andy, you're actually right. You know, a ghost, anything can manifest. I mean, it can do whatever it wants anytime.
Right.
So I mean, you don't have to pick the witching hour, which that's another between 3 and 5 to actually be the most haunted time of the night. Dude, no, that's not true, because
no,
not at all.
You can you can even pick it up during the day if you got your cameras going.
Exactly. So, you know, the witching hour is every hour on the hour, 24/7. Right. If you want to go that way.
Well, like they say, you know, you can't put the ghost on a call meter and say, "Hey, come on, we're here, let's go." Yeah. They come out when they want to come out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's one video in when we were at the Oliver house. And he was sitting, they have joining rooms. So I'm standing in the doorway and the video's recording and I have it on him in the room. And he's sitting in the corner and he's talking, you know, asking all these questions to see if anything comes. And like 25 minutes into this video, you just see this thing come down and it looks exactly like Casper the Ghost. And it just goes,
oh, wow.
Shoom, shoom. You can just see it floating across, and then it just disappears, and it looks like little Casper the Ghost. I mean, it was so cool.
That was the hotel that we were in when we met the professional group from Phoenix, and they said, you know, if you want, you can join up with us for the night. And I said, yeah, okay. Well, as the night was coming to an end, I guess it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. We went into this one room, and they had 3 girls with them. And they had about 3 guys, and there was me. All the guys were standing at the bottom of the bed with our equipment, and the girls were up sitting on the bed, and they were asking questions. I mean, this went on for like, I'm not kidding you, probably about half hour, 40 minutes. We were talking to something. It said it was a little girl. Her name was supposed to be Sarah or Sally or something. And we were talking to her, and all of a sudden, she just stopped totally. And the girl sitting on the bed, she let out a scream. She says, my back, my back. We sat there, we turned the lights on and pulled her shirt up, and right down her back, she had 3 big scratches that went right down her back.
Oh,
and
wow.
So whatever it was, the girl we were talking to, something didn't want her to talk no more. and they shut this girl right up. Boy, she said that's the first time in all the years that they've been investigating that she's ever had a scratch put on her.
Wow, but, I mean, I've been pushed off benches. I mean, I've had strange things happen to me, but one thing I can also say, I've never been scratched.
Yeah,
you know,
you could see the scratches going down her back really good.
Okay, cool. Okay, now where are you guys? If you can give me your itinerary for the next month or so, where are you guys headed to?
Well, the next place we're headed to is going to be Turkey, Texas. Sorry, Turkey, Texas. Yeah, to the Turkey Hotel up there, and we're going to investigate that for 2 nights and see what that brings us. After that, we might go to Port Isabel down there by South Padre. There's supposed to be 2 hotels down in Port Isabel that are supposed to have activity. But I'd have to call and find out if they still allow people, you know, to do it, because a lot of places don't allow you to do it anymore.
That is weird, man. I mean, I wish people will, you know, open up and realize that things do go bump in the night.
Well, you know, I might be wrong at what I'm about to say, but it seemed to me like back when all the ghost hunting shows were on TV, a lot of hotels jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And they let a lot of people in just to get the business. And now all of a sudden, here it is 3-4 years later, they're sitting there saying that we don't want that no more because it gives us a bad reputation. You know, people think we're haunted. They don't want to come here.
Well, and, this is what kills me about that, Andy. I mean, you can, anything can give you a bad reputation. Hell, your damn service in your hotel can give you a bad reputation. Your food can, if you got bad food, food can give you a reputation. I mean, something simple as spirits or ghosts in your hotel, that would be a little bit more intriguing. That will bring more people in. So when you do that, I mean, dude, you can actually.
They just don't want us walking around with cameras and meters and checking this and checking that. And they said that their guests don't like it. So we went to one hotel up in Colorado, in what was it, Victor, Colorado, and we went in there and we started setting up the cameras. They knew we were going to come in to go ghost time. And all of a sudden, the owner come in and he says, I don't want you putting any cameras, he says, other than in your room. He says, because he says, I don't want to interfere with my other guests. But yet he advertises his hotel as a haunted hotel. So
false hey, that's false advertisement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But he did tell us,
it's crazy.
He did tell us, well, you rented the cheapest hotel room I got here. He says, so if you would have got a better one, I might have let you do it, you know. So
that was shameful.
Yeah, but we didn't get nothing.
He does. I mean, is it money that brings out all the wickedness and all the money-hungry people that has the hotels? Oh, the more money you got, you can investigate. You know, hey, if you spend $300 a night for this suite, oh yeah, you can definitely do whatever you want.
I know.
Well, there's a hotel up in Jefferson that used to advertise as a haunted hotel, and people were going there left and right, and they were finding all this stuff and everything. And then all of a sudden, their clientele, their business built up really good. Then all of a sudden, we don't want no more ghost hunters here. That don't even talk about ghosts when you come in here. We don't want you here. So
yeah.
But there's another place. Have you ever been to the town of Jefferson?
No.
If you ever go to the Jefferson Hotel. Now, the previous owners that had it was when we went. And I mean, we used to get some wild stuff out of there. We had pictures of shadows going across the wall, shadows coming down the walls. I got a picture of a little dog under a chair. And they don't allow pets. And we found out that the story behind that was some lady years ago took her dog to the hotel and it jumped out of her arms and ran out into the street and got killed.
See,
wow.
Yeah, here's where we were taking pictures all throughout the hotel. And I took this picture, and you see the animal right there?
That looked like a little cat.
Okay.
Dog.
Is that a dog?
Yeah,
that's what I kind of thought too. But let me kind of bring it in. So here's a bigger picture of it. Looks like some kind. I thought maybe here's the ears and the collar, and it's like got its face into the corner of the wall.
Okay, now that looks like a dog.
Yeah, right. So I went down the next morning and I asked the girl. I said, check this picture out. I says, what does that look like to you? And she says, it looks like a dog. I said, there's no animals in that hotel at all. And then she, like he was saying, she told us a story that way back, this woman had her dog and it jumped out of her arms, went into the road and got run over, and she brought it back inside and it died inside the hotel.
Oh, wow.
And she said it was a schnauzer dog or something like that. So if you take a look at that picture, you would think that. I went back searching through all the rooms and found that there was nothing there.
And then the girl turned around and looked at the other girl, and the other girl says, see, I told you I heard the pitter-patter of little feet running around up there.
Now, is that something common for you guys? How often do you guys come across ghost animals?
Never. That was the first time.
Yeah, that was
the first time? Because I've heard people, say, hey, man, I've come across some ghost animals, man. I got great pictures. What do you think? I believe it or not, I came across a guy up in Washington State. His pet bird died.
Mm-hmm.
And no, actually it was a little parakeet. And sure enough, when he took a picture of the bird cage, the bird was still in the cage.
Oh,
I've heard stories like that. Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, what the hell is this
Mhm.
going on? Yeah, that was an amazing video photo that he sent me, man. I couldn't believe that.
See, that's like, people, like we said, they don't believe us. They think we're crazy. But then you explain that. Explain.
Yeah.
If you can tell me why that bird was in that cage after it died, then I'll believe maybe that I'm crazy. But until you can do that, it's paranormal. It's
Well,
paranormal.
yeah, it's definitely paranormal. Hey, have you guys ever, because this is a big thing for me, because no matter what city I go to, I always try to debunk the urban legends in a particular town. Have you guys ever done that?
Yes.
yes. Okay, here's the example, like you said, about debunking the one from Ghost Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
The Clown Motel, right?
Okay.
The cemetery that's right next door. Remember how they said that they saw the shadow going through the cemetery?
Okay.
Okay. So we went through there and we were trying to find a way to see if we could see the shadow or whatever. Well, sure enough, we saw the shadow. What it is there's a road off in the distance to a certain way, and there's a big giant pine tree like this that's by the building. And when the wind is blowing and the car is going by there, or the street light that's there is going by and it's waving, you can see that shadow going through the cemetery.
And it goes right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it goes right behind the tombstone that they say, "Oh my God, look at that shadow!"
Look at the shadow. No, it was that big giant pine tree with the reflection of the lights behind it and the wind moving it, and you could see it. Just
wow.
yeah.
Great catch. Hey, I definitely would have sent that to him.
And then we were in Bisbee, and they were saying that there was a face in one of the windows in the hotel.
Yes.
And
they even wrote a book about it.
We went in, and the first thing we did was we wanted to check out that face, and we pulled the shade up, and what it was is it was the sewer pipe, the drain pipe running down the outside of the window, and right there had one of the couplings in it. And if you looked at it just right, I guess you could say it was a face, but we sat there, we took the picture of it, and then we turned around, we went down to the owner, and I says, "I don't know how to exactly tell you this." And he says, "Well," I says, "we debunked your face in the window." And he looked at me, and I told him, he goes, "Yeah, I know." He says, "We figured that out."
Yeah, we figured
All right.
it didn't take us but a second.
Hey, Maureen, I am going to send you one of my classic pictures. And I want you guys to tell me if you guys can debunk this. That's great. But I want you guys to tell me what you really think about this picture. Okay?
All right. You're sending it to me in Messenger or
on your phone.
Okay. Look, I hope I don't lose you.
No,
Hold on.
good.
I don't see where it's at. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Let me see.
Okay, let's see.
Talking about that little white bright image.
It looks like maybe two little tombstones or two rocks. Oh, I see it. Yep, the face coming around the tree.
Yeah.
There you go. Tell me, what do you think about that?
It looks like two eyes and a nose, and it looks like brown hair going across the top of it with some kind of energy coming off of the entire skull.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
Mm.
Yeah, see right there. It looks like energy coming across the skull.
It does. I'm just trying to see. Now, where did you take that picture at?
I took this picture at a cemetery in Austin. And I was, the weirdest thing is, guys, I was, fascinated with that tree. That tree, it's looking back. I kept looking back at that tree because I felt. You ever get that feeling when somebody's looking at you but you can't see them? Uh-oh. They disconnected for a minute, guys. Let's see if I can get them back. Oh, there they go.
You're back still. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah, and I was looking at this tree, and you ever get the feeling like somebody's looking at you, but you can't see them?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
So that's what I was doing the whole time I was walking around this cemetery. I just kept looking back at that tree. So I took a picture. I like, well, took a quick picture, and I didn't think about it till I got home. And I like, well, I hate looking at photos on a laptop because you can't see the big picture.
Right.
So I hooked my camera up to the big screen TV that I have, and it blew it up. And that's when I was able to see that.
Wow. See, that's what I do. And those, when I think I see something, I just kind of like zoom it in, and that's where I get.
Well, let me ask you, those two stones that were sitting there, were they headstones?
Yes.
Yeah, and it looked like it was looking around the tree, like towards the headstones or where you might have been standing.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it was definitely. And what's so crazy about this, guys, it was right. I mean, a big thunderstorm was coming in from the south.
Oh, the energy.
Yes, the energy from that. Hey, to be honest with you, I felt electricity in the air, and I felt it in my hair. And as you guys can tell, I don't have any hair. So yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out what that energy figure was to the left of it, right above in the tree. I have no clue on what that is. And there were several other images that was in the photo. I could not, even try to figure out what the hell it was. One little.
You hit on something.
Yeah, something there.
I meant to go back, but this particular cemetery is not in one of the best neighborhoods that you want to go in.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to go there during the day, because at night, hell, you might end up buried there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
definitely got to be careful. It's just some of the best places, some of the best locations are not in the best neighborhoods.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
a
is
lot of those a lot of them old cemeteries they're in the oldest areas of the town.
Yeah.
Because when the town was first built, that's where they put their cemeteries. And now the area is not that great. But
yeah, we've done a lot of cemeteries.
Yeah.
Really have. He really likes the cemeteries.
Now, why do you like the cemeteries, Andy, so much?
Oh, because pictures are endless. I mean, you can take a picture of everything and anything in the graveyard. You can walk through with your EMF meter. You walk through with your recorders, asking questions, and sometimes you don't get nothing. But we've got it a couple times to where we had conversations with people. My daughter, she sat there. The one cemetery we were talking about, it was funny because Border Patrol does rounds up there, and she's seen us up in there with our flashlights, and then she stops. She comes over the fence and she goes, "Can I ask what you're doing?" And we're talking to her and telling her, and all of a sudden my daughter, she's maybe around 15 yards away, and all the meters start going off.
Oh, wow.
The Border Patrol lady looks at us and she goes, "What's that noise?" I said, "That's some kind of energy that just set that off." She goes, "Energy?" I said, "Yeah." I says, "It could be a spirit." She goes, "That's it." She says, "I'm out of here." She goes, "We chase the live ones." She says, "You can have the dead ones." Cemeteries are pretty, because you can come across all different areas of a cemetery, Catholic, Protestant, everything. And old, new, I mean, they're all in there, depending upon what area you want to go to.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's see here.
looking for a picture. Another one to show you. I can't find it. That's what always happens to me. I have stuff here, there, and everywhere.
Have you ever heard of the Silver Queen Hotel in Virginia City? Well, that's one that was, again, on Ghost Adventures. It's a real old one back in the 1800s. Prostitute cut her wrist in the bathtub. And the real small rooms, no windows. And we went and we did it up there. And the one room, one night we stayed in was nothing but all orbs all over the place. The next night we went into the room where the bathtub was. And it was strange because all of our batteries, everything went dead. We recharged everything and it went dead again. And we're sitting there and we're both getting it's real heavy and real hot in the room. And it didn't feel right. It felt like something was there. And
oh, wow.
So we opened up the door and we sat there, and all of a sudden we started getting testy with one another. I got up, I walked over, and I slammed the door shut. And I went back and I sat down by the computer, and everything went dead again. I said to her, I said, that's it. I said, let's get out of here for a while. We went outside and we walked up and down the street and took pictures and everything like that. And we come back into the room and everything was recharged up. And we went to bed. And I guess it was about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm laying there in bed and I had my leg out of the covers. And all of a sudden I wake up, and I mean, my whole side is freezing and the room is hotter than heck. And I says, something ain't right. And I says, should I turn around? Should I get? I said, oh, the hell with it. I'm going back to sleep. I didn't even want to know what was going on, what was there or what. But the next day we left, and that was weird because that room was just so strange. So it could have been because it was small and hot, but oh my God, it was terrible.
Here's another picture. Let me show you this one here. Now, this is at the Jefferson Hotel. See the room?
Okay.
There's a picture, and that's one of the 2 pictures that we took. Here's the other picture.
All right. What the hell? What is that?
See the shadow?
See that shadow?
Right.
All these orb-looking things. And you can see here's the picture, and it's the same picture, and the next one, it's just all nice. Come on. All nice and bright.
Wow.
And right here, right there, he was sitting in a chair right here when he took a picture, and right there is a door to a bathroom.
That's crazy.
The history behind that I researched and found out was that end of the hotel years ago used to be a maintenance man's office and a room that he slept in. And they said that sometimes people would catch him going through there. And I kind of figured that's what I caught. I kind of caught the maintenance man maybe moving across the wall there on the room.
Wow, that is amazing. Hey, would you guys say that everything that is dark is bad?
No. I don't know. We've never really run into anything really that we can say, whether it was clear smoke or dark or whatever, that anything was bad. I mean, nothing's really tried to hurt us. Nothing. But they do say now that anything that's black, that you shouldn't trust it, that it could be, not so much demonic, or it could be evil.
Right.
There's a story. Let me tell you a story, and it's not about anything evil. We were at the Jefferson Hotel, and we were staying in room 1, and they say that they were telling us that in room 1 that things happened to just disappear.
Okay.
Things were taken. And we're like, sure, whatever, we're go stand there. We're there, nothing happened and everything like that. We get up and we're out roaming around the town and stuff like that. And then we come back to the room, and it has 2 king-size beds. I mean, it's a huge room. It's like 2 rooms put together. And I asked Andy, I said, where's the key to the room? He goes, I don't know. But we couldn't find the key to the room. We looked in our our purses. We looked in everything. We searched the couch. We searched the beds, the floors, everywhere.
Walked back through the whole town.
We walked through the whole town, backtracked to see if anybody found our room key. Couldn't find it. So we get back. The housekeeper lets us in, gives us an extra key, and I'm laying on the other bed. Andy's in the other bed, and we're just watching TV.
Yeah,
watching.
We're packing up to leave the next morning.
Well, we were packing up, but we were just lounging around and laying around, and all of a sudden, I hear this thunk, this noise. And I looked at him. I said, "What in the hell is that? What's that?" I went over to the couch, and there was the key. It was like it just fell out of the sky.
Oh, wow.
Plunk, and hit the couch.
It fell between the arm of the couch and my leg, right there.
And the key was there. And we were like mystified, you know?
Yeah.
We didn't even know where to come. I said, "Are you sure it wasn't stuck there and you just hit it?" No, we had already searched that whole area.
That is amazing.
Yeah. That was one of the neatest experiences. And I've never visually got to see anything that what I would like to. We have so many pictures and videos, but I've never seen anything with these two peepers. And until I see it with these two peepers, I'm still skeptical.
Skeptics are good. I like skeptics.
Yeah.
Skeptics is what make the world go around.
Well, here's something that's funny too. I do not believe in using any equipment in my house because I don't want to. No, I don't want to draw anything in or anything to that effect. But we have pictures of years ago when the kids were small. My kids, their mom died, and we had her cremated, and her father died, and we had him cremated, and we've got them here in the house. Well, Christmas morning, the kids are sitting on the chairs opening their gifts, and we looked at the pictures afterwards, and there was 2 or 3 big orbs right behind the kids. As they were opening their gifts. And then the next year was the exact same thing. But other than that, we've never seen anything in this house. And we contributed to the fact that we believe that their parents came back just for Christmas morning. I mean, that was weird.
Yes, it is. You know what, guys? You guys are some amazing people just to be a 2-man crew, husband and wife, and able to capture what you guys capture, and just be able to share, your findings, and dude, I'm thinking I should join y'all's organization.
We just love it, and like I said, we don't have to go out there and be sitting out and asking questions all night long and stuff like that. We just let the cameras do the work, and I'm telling you, you'll find some amazing things. Just letting the video recorder do the work for you.
Well, I've called a couple of hotels about wanting to go to ghost hunt, and they'll sit there and they'll him and hum a little bit, and I'll say, "Well, it's just me and my wife." I said, "We don't have no big crews behind us. We don't run wires. We don't have anything like that. It's just the 2 of us." And a lot of times they turn around and say, "Oh, okay, fine."
Honestly, they told us that these big crew companies were drilling holes in their floors and trying to run cameras through there, to run wires through there. I said, "Oh my God, are you serious?" Yes. No, we don't do that, and we're very respectful. And we ask permission to do stuff. We tell the ghosts that they have to stay there; they can't come with us, because we never know.
Right.
After we experience that one that attached to him, we try to be as careful as possible because you don't know.
You really don't know. Hey guys, if you guys are ever in the Central Texas area, and there's a little town called Manor, Texas. You guys probably heard of it. You guys have to go check out Ghost Town.
Ghost Town. How close is that to what's the name of that town that Kathy lives in?
Kempner.
Kempner,
Killeen area.
Oh, that is about a good hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once you go to Manor is east of Austin.
Okay.
The Killeen area is just a little farther north.
North.
Okay.
North and west.
Okay.
Yeah. The good thing about this place is, guys, it's actually built it's built by a gentleman who goes and around the state and just knock down old houses, take the houses and build an old Western feel to what he's doing. So right now he has about 5 acres of old Western buildings there.
Okay, that would be interesting.
Yes, it is because we don't know, and he also likes taking old artifacts from the Western days and putting just to give them that Western feel.
Oh yeah, I would love that. Yeah.
And man, and I can honestly say that the place wasn't haunted when he first, started doing this because I've actually known the guy for like 15 years. 15, 20 years at the most. And so I've seen the place actually grow.
Nice.
So when we went there, me and my wife, and we did an investigation there. Some of that energy from the houses that he took came with it.
Yep.
And we were able to capture somebody on the second floor of a hotel. But what's so crazy about it, guys, the hotel don't have a second floor.
Right. But I bet you where the wood came from, it did have a second floor.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Also, we all know back in the 1850s, 1860s, there was no paved roads. So everything that, if people want to walk, they had to walk on the wood, the sidewalk.
The sidewalk, the wooden sidewalks, yes.
And they actually had, chaps and spurs. So when you walk, you're able to hear that clank, clank, clank. And we've actually heard that also.
Wow, that's so awesome. I want to see, and I haven't got to really hear anything without listening to it back on a recorder. I haven't personally got to hear it.
See, what's interesting about that is because it was back in the 18th century when you had your cowboys and stuff like that. And to hear that now, I mean, that's just fantastic.
It scared the hell out of my wife. But, she's like, I hear somebody walking over there. And I told her, stop. And sure enough, clink, clink, clink.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then, guys, what really kills me is we were the only two on that property. We're talking 5 acres. And there are 2 saloons on that property. The first saloon has a piano, which I was, I kind of admit I was kind of teasing them a little bit. And I'm like, look at it. I can play piano better than you guys. But we also heard the piano play in the other saloon.
Oh, amazing. Gosh.
I'm like, whoa. And I heard like, PJ, did you hear that? She's like, yeah, I heard that. So if you guys are coming through, man, you have to stop it. The owners
have to make a trip and go down that way.
And it's called Ghost Town?
Okay.
Ghost Town.
The owners are amazing. It's free to the public during the day. Hey, man, they got some of the best hamburgers in Central Texas.
Yum.
Well, what town is this in?
Maynard, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to check
have to make a trip, go up and see the kids because our daughter lives in Groesbeck, so that's close to there, isn't it? No. Groesbeck is by Maynard.
What's the name of it?
Groesbeck, Texas.
Never even heard.
No, that's
over by Waco.
Oh yeah, that's farther north.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's farther north. Now, I really want to get into the Branch Davidian compound. Even though the compound is not there, the property is still there. Just so luckily, within the last 3 to 5 years, the government has release the property. So the property is up for sale.
No.
Now, I just happen to know the realtor agent
Oh, there you
that
go.
owns that's trying to sell the property.
Nice.
And I've been now. Don't get. I think the church is still there. They still they still go to church there. And if you want to able to have access to the church, you will have to ask permission from the priest, just like any other place.
Yeah.
But the actual property, which is I think is a little bit north, because it's fenced off. They fenced off that whole area. The government did, and the fence is still there. So you're actually able to go there during certain times if you know the right people and do a great. Now, from what I heard is because Waco, the Waco River runs right between, it divides that. And some of the people that fishes that place have seen some weird things on that property that they can't even explain.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely want to get up there and see what the heck is going on.
That would be a good place, boy. That would be a great place.
And not too many boots have been on the floor, on the ground there. Not too many.
So if you do get to go up into that area, maybe you can give us a call. We could coincide and go up there.
Oh yeah, definitely. That, you know what? It's a date. If you guys ever get up here, you know, I will call them up and say, hey man, we're on our way. Do you still have the keys? And most likely he'll probably say yeah, because he's just as curious about the paranormal like me, you know.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, well, we just need a few days notice. Got to put the dogs in the kennel,
and plus, the weirdest thing is he's really having a hard time selling that property. And what's so crazy?
Nobody wants to buy it.
Nobody wants to buy it. Not even a land developer that wants to put houses. Nobody wants to put apartments. It's just a big vacant field that has the foundation of what the compound used to be on.
You end up selling that piece of property for $1.
Either that or they'll just wait long enough that a lot of people will have forgotten about it, or the younger generation wouldn't even know about it, and then somebody will buy it up.
But here's the thing: when I think of something like that, you know what movie I think of?
What one?
Where what is that movie? They're here.
Oh
my God! What movie? It was not Poltergeist, right?
Poltergeist. That's what movie I think about, because you see how they removed the headstones but didn't remove the bodies.
The bodies. Yeah, that was Poltergeist. Yes.
Poltergeist. So can you imagine all that? All that energy that's still there, because they were quite angry at the government for what they were doing.
Yeah.
And so you can imagine all that energy still there, and they go build an apartment community or something on there where it's, oh my God, dude, that would be.
I gotta step out.
That's like that hotel that we're talking about, the Yacht Hotel. The front part of the Yacht Hotel has always been there, but the back part, when they built onto that used to be an Indian burial ground.
Not good.
And what they did is they just built right over the top of it, and that whole back end of that complex is just that's where most of the activity goes on.
Not good business. One thing I don't mess with is Native Americans.
Yeah,
I don't try to mess with their stuff, and old Spanish stuff also, because we're talking people that are deep into religion.
Exactly.
That will do things. They will do something to you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't mess with Native Americans or Hispanic heritage stuff like that, because
that's why you got to be careful here in Texas. Some of these places you go to around San Antonio and stuff, they've been a lot of religious Spanish religious things, and you have to be careful what you're doing. That you don't stir anything up,
Exactly.
because that's something you may not be able to put back in the box once you bring it out. Because I don't think we'd know how to do it, especially even like with the Indians. I mean, I wouldn't begin to know how to deal with a spirit from the Indians, because
I think you would either have to call up a
shaman,
a shaman, or
yeah.
somebody, or an Indian priest
Mm-hmm.
that can help you. But I really that right there is touchy. Also, guys, if you guys are ever in the Brenham area, Brenham, Texas, like you're going towards Houston,
Right.
there is a place in Brenham that actually had a yellow fever outbreak, and there's a mass grave there.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
our son used to work in Brenham.
Lots of evidence. Yeah, I hope he didn't work at the ice cream place.
No, he worked for the
Water department.
for the water department there.
Okay, so he probably know a lot about that then.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
he doesn't believe in any of that. Or I don't know if it's not so much that he don't believe in it. He's a little scared of it, you know.
And let me tell you why he's scared of it, because he used to go hang out at a friend. There's a big shop, a garage down here that the guy owns, and he has a bunch of antique cars, and he has an old vehicle where a friend of his had passed away and stuff like that. And he said he came home scared. He says, we were there at the shop and we're drinking and we're having a good time. And he goes, and a wrench flew off the shelf across the room. He goes, that was it. He goes, I was out of there. So we went and did an investigation there. We did do an investigation there. And I'll tell you, the orbs that came out of that building were extraordinary.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they were everywhere. Everywhere.
The guy that had it, he turned around. He got out of there real quick because he was scared. Even there was always tools flying around and stuff falling over and everything. And he said he'd had it before somebody got hurt.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay, guys. We've been on this podcast for an hour and 46 minutes. It don't even seem like it, does it?
No. Time was flying by.
Time flies.
Yes.
Okay, guys. If you guys had a bucket list on where you guys would like to investigate around the world, where would you guys want to go?
Really, I would like to go. I would like to go to England because I watch all of those ones on TV, and they have so much activity there. I would love to go and do one of those castles over there. That would be so awesome.
Okay. Andy, where would you like to go, brother?
Well, England would be all right, but to tell you the truth, I think I'd like to go to the Hill House up outside of Dallas.
The Hill House? Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that on TV a couple times, and that place looks pretty wild.
I want to jump the pond, and he wants to stay here.
Now, I don't know how that's going to work,
She can go by herself.
Oh, wow. Hey, well, you don't worry about it. I'll go with you, man. We'll pack up I'll call the team and but you got to pay for the tickets.
Oh, Lord. I don't even know a job.
Well, you got to pay for. I mean, we'll rent a boat. It'll take us 8 months to get there, but we'll get there eventually. Okay, well, guys, is there any questions that you would like to ask me?
Do you do paranormal? Do you do any paranormal, or are you just doing a podcast now?
Well, I am the founder of NSPS TV Paranormal, so I do have a paranormal team, and we are a team of 5. I really don't like to get no bigger than that because I don't like the drama. And sometimes I keep it in that small because if I'm not able to make any, an investigation, the team can just go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, hey, here's the equipment, just go, do your thing, But yes, I do on a team, and I shouldn't say that. Yes, I am part of a team. I ain't gonna say on a team, and we do investigate. We haven't done an investigation in a while. because I've been doing a lot of podcasting, and I just had one just got married, and the other one just got out the hospital, and another one is I don't know what they're building on their property. I think they're building a house themselves on the property. So the other three are been busy. I just had another one just get married. So two got married, and the other two are building a house on their property. So.
Awesome.
So they're pretty busy, but as the new year comes along,
have you been lucky in finding anything paranormal?
Real good stuff.
Real good stuff.
It depends on what you consider good stuff.
Yeah.
Because everybody is a little different. I'm more of a sort of a skeptic, like you, Noreen. I'm sort of a skeptic until I actually have that actual.
See, I want to see these peepers right here.
Right.
Yeah, and I want to feel it, and I want to hear it, and I haven't done that without the help of a camcorder, a video recorder, or a camera.
Right.
See, I'm just the difference. I can walk into a room or walk into a place, and I can tell you right there. I can feel it.
So we've actually had some great evidence when we went out to Dead Man's Cave. Is that Dead Man's Hole in Llano. We've caught some good EVPs. When we went out to Babyhead Cemetery, we caught some great evidence out there. We went to OP Powerhouse when I was stuck on the gazebo, which I had a great time. I actually caught. So wherever we went, we've actually caught some evidence.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I can honestly say, man, we've been successful. No matter where we go. But without success, you've always gonna have your haters. There's always haters out there. But
and then you're always going to have the haters that are going to sit there, no matter what you find or whatever, they're still going to sit there and say, "Oh, that's not real."
Well, this and that. I see the stuff I see on TV. I don't believe it.
Yeah,
that's why we go, because I don't believe it.
Yeah. So, but otherwise, then, man, it's been a great time. I would not trade this for anything. Well, except watching my kids play football.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I heard that. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I appreciate you bringing us on, to this. Yeah. And if anybody that's listening or wants to come out or here, go see us on Darrow Ghost Hunters and see some of the things in the pictures and let them decide. There's some pretty good pictures on our page.
Yes, I can. Hey, man, you guys, kudos to you guys, because you guys, for a team of two, are doing some amazing things down there. So I thank you for what you do. And it's crazy because people always say it takes a big team to accomplish,
and it doesn't.
No. And it doesn't. It takes a small team, a team of two. Long as you got a feeling each other, or understanding, and reading each other's minds and figuring things out without any complications. That's all you need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't need the most expensive equipment, the $300, the $400 cameras and all that. All you need is a small little EVP, maybe a K2, and a giant ball like this that you can get some evidence on, and just go at it. Just go with it, man.
And
I would tell anybody that's looking to get into this, get yourself just a little camera, a flashlight. Make sure you invest in a RIM pod and an EMF meter, and go for it. Have a good time. That's all you really need.
Okay.
Yeah.
I swear by the RIM pod. The RIM pod, I mean, I live off of that thing. That's
okay.
We don't carry our cell phones with us. We don't do any of that stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
because you get like oscillations that end up looking like demonic figures or demonic specters, right?
Yes.
Like in a paranormal sense. And then you're wondering, like, I have to tell you, like, I actually kind of brokered the deal because I was like,
Oh,
great, they're in Mars.
Who is this guy? Who is that?
that's Justin. Justin is a guy who is the skeptic, sort of a skeptic. He was, he's into what can I say? He's into a lot of stuff, so you really I tried to meet him before he came on, you know, but he came on for a minute. But anyway, Justin, give me a minute and I will talk with you. If you give me a minute here. Yeah, so guys,
Okay.
if you guys want to uh, take this right here, I'll leave it up to you guys. He might have a question for you. It sounds like he's been drinking a minute.
He just wrote that down on a piece of paper and says, I think he's DRE. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's been drinking a minute. So
But that's okay. Hey,
it's
more power
total
to you.
it's total up to you guys. If you guys want to answer his questions, I'll leave it up to you guys.
Well, not right now. I don't think. Not if he's been drinking.
So, yeah. So let me ask him right quick.
Yeah, just that you can ask him anything if you want, see what he says, and then we can go from there.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me go back here. No. Justin.
But
All right, let me see what's going on. Oh my, we getting all kind of people in here now.
nice.
Okay. Uh
Okay.
Nothing.
Well, we have Pam here.
Hello. Let me unmute her. Hello, Pam. Can you hear me?
No, she's got hers muted.
Can you unmute yours?
There she goes.
Hi, Pam. How you doing?
I can't hear her.
Yeah, you still muted there. Okay, I'll just meet her. Where'd she go? She just disconnect.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Just as the podcast is ending.
Everybody's joining in.
Yeah. Everybody's joining in. So let's see if I can get her back. Oh, no, wait a minute, there she is. All right. Well, I don't know where she went. She was just here oh, wait a minute. Who is this? Oh, that's Justin again. Well, let's see here. Yeah, he's drinking. I see the can. So we're not gonna put you on. Oh, where'd they go?
Just hit on them chats, and then I ended up losing you. So
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Apparently he was drinking, and I'm not gonna allow that.
yes, I totally understand and agree with you. But I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity
Sure.
to come on and listen to our little stories, and
Mm,
we really enjoyed it. And
sure.
like I
And,
said, wherever.
I really appreciate you guys. You guys are doing great things down there. Keep up the good work, man. If you guys ever in Central Texas, I have your number locked in on my phone.
Yes,
Please give me a call, and hey, let's do something. I mean,
Yeah, but where are you located?
I am located in Cedar Park, Texas.
Okay.
Cedar
okay.
Park. We've been through there.
hmm And hopefully, you guys can come through. We can, hey, there's just pick the place, man, and we can do it from Dead Man's Hole, or we can go out to an abandoned nursing home in Elgin, Texas. We can
Oh,
go
that
out.
would be nice.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And we'd like to do one of those mental hospitals or something like that. That's something that, but we don't have any contacts on any, person or where to go to do something like that.
Right.
So, if there's an end, man, we would love to do that.
Yeah, we can go out to Copeland, Texas, where, uh, man, there's so much history out
Awesome.
there.
Sounds great.
Wherever you guys want to go. I mean, we're more. Or we can go to the Driscoll.
I've heard of the Driscoll.
Yeah, it's
The
in
Driscoll.
Austin.
Yeah, it's an
I mean, I don't know. Me myself, I didn't catch any evidence while I was there, but different. Like I say, each investigation is different.
it's
You never
different.
get the same thing twice.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
true.
you never know. I mean, I would love to come and see what you guys do. Just sit back and just watch and learn on what you guys do, because like I say, a paranormal investigator, you might think that you know everything, but it's totally evolving.
We're like the
Left and right.
Keystone Cops, let me tell you.
Every investigation you do, you learn something new.
We do.
Learn
We
something
get better
new.
as we go.
And you know what? And if that what it takes, that's what it takes. Because I'm always willing to learn new things.
As
That's
well, we are too.
it's just not. That's just with me. Hey guys, tell the world how to get a hold of Del Rio Paranormal.
All you got to do is go to our Facebook page and put Del Rio Ghost Hunters, and it'll all come up there, and there'll be an email address to where they can either email us to that address, and then we can get them a phone number from there, or they can just go through Facebook and talk to us.
Right. Okay. Cool.
The only reason we don't put our phone number out there is we don't need every Tom, Dick, and Harry calling.
Every crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me. I think I called.
Yeah.
Did I email or did I call you guys?
Email.
No, you just sent me a message. You sent me a message.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And luckily I got to see it because I don't go on to the website that often until we start posting stuff. And I just happened to catch your message that you wanted to put us on your podcast.
Okay.
And we thought, well, that would be just something great because we kind of got out of the loop a little bit, and got a little lackadaisical. So this just put a jump in our Kickstarter,
There you go. And and you have an opportunity to reach out to other paranormal investigators that are out there,
Yes,
and
exactly. And we haven't done that, and so it would really be nice to.
yeah, I mean it would it would be great. Let's see here.
Those dogs want to go out.
They might.
Like Mark, I like a skeptic, man. If you think everything that we do is fake, come on and prove your point. if you can come on with a valid point and tell me why paranormal investigators are fake, hey, you're more than welcome to do so. Hey, one thing about me is uh, I would love the challenge, so we can debate, we can do whatever you want. But I'm telling you now, everything that we talked about is legitimate. There's nothing fake here, brother. So anytime you want to debate, you found me on Facebook. Please come on and check it out. Hey man, we can debate for hours because it really don't matter to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, pictures don't lie.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what they say, man. Pictures say 1,000 words.
Right.
That's so true.
The camera's not going. The camera don't lie. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's why cops hate cameras because
not everybody's going to be a believer, and we respect your opinion, whether you believe it or not, but this is our opinion, and we do believe in this stuff, even though I haven't seen it with my own eyes and I'm still skeptical, there's still time out there for you to become a realist. This young man who I guess Mark, who you're talking to.
Mm-hmm. Mark Gassman. Okay. So, but anyway, guys, hey, I don't mean to hold you guys up for the rest of your day. I thank you for coming on. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And, when you guys are ever up in the Austin area, feel free to, stop in and say hello to me.
We'll give a shout out when we're in that neck of the woods.
And trust me, I have your number locked in. I'm gonna call you guys just to see how you guys are doing.
You got it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Sure. Maybe if I come down there, man, we can get some authentic Mexican food. No Chewies.
We don't have Chewies around here.
What? You don't have a Chewies?
No.
Oh, Chili's.
Chewies?
Chewies, Chuys. Chewies is
no. We got a Taco Bell.
No, we don't have. We don't have any of that down here. All we have is wings and pizza.
Oh wow!
Taco Bell, wings, Wendy's, Burger King, pizza and burgers and wings. We don't have any good restaurants here.
Well, you know what? That's why that's why there's a lot of home cooking probably, man. Because people have to cook food at home. So, Andy.
We have a lot of good Mexican restaurants in town.
So, Andy, you're going to have to cook for me when I come down there.
She does the cooking. I don't. She's very good at it.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I would love to come down there and visit you guys. And
if you're ever getting down this way, give us a holler.
Yes, sir. All right. Hey, this is NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast, visiting Del Rio Paranormal. If you guys want to get a hold of them, hey, please check out their Facebook page, man. They have some amazing pictures on there. I think you guys should check out. But, hey, they got better things to do than sit here and talk to me all day. Little on me, I ain't got nothing that's better to do. I'm supposed to be at a barbecue, but I ain't going to worry about a barbecue right now. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Hey, you guys have a good day, man.
All right.
Thank you. And it's been a pleasure.
Yep. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Wow, that was quick. Hey, what do you guys think about Del Rio Paranormal? Hey, man, those guys are really great. They're doing great things. Man, I would love to get down there so I can learn some things. It seems like they are doing an excellent job in the paranormal field. Hey, I really appreciate them coming on the show, talking to me, sharing their stories, and all that good stuff. And just to get the opportunity to actually meet somebody, from down there, and just doing what they do. It seems like they enjoy it. And kudos for them, man. Oh God, dude, I wish I had the time to do what they do. I mean, they get opportunity to travel all across the country and all across the state to investigate. So hopefully, they'll come up to the Central Texas area, and I can show them a good time. So but if you ever want to get a hold of them, check out Del Rio Paranormal on Facebook. And these guys, like I say, they're amazing people. I'm about to get out of here, guys. I got another podcast coming up in a couple hours. Feel free to come sit in on that one. But in the meantime, peace.